Right, we're out for another walk today.
It's just local, but we haven't been here this year.
Aye, it's the first time this year.
We're going to check the pond.
There's a pond just to the right behind this hedge doing the... Aye, we found coots, water hens. We have seen the grebes on there, the little grebes. And the reed bunting.
Aye.
We found at least a couple of reed buntings on there.
That was the first one out of that fun.
Aye. It was the same, aye, it was brilliant.
It looks all like more what you're than normal for some reason. I just...
It does, aye. Well, it's a nice day, we thought we'd get out.
Hopefully we'll find something.
Yeah. For a change.
We'll definitely see something on the pond even if we don't find
Oh, wow, obviously, aye. I'm guessing the pond might be a little bit dry at this time, you know, like, because we haven't had much rain this year, have we?
No, hardly had any.
Aye.
It might be better actually.
Will be easier to get to the nests.
And there have been nesting on there every year.
Oh, aye. We're doing that too early for the pond birds or not. We're not 100% sure. We're doing now the nesting this summer.
Back in how what's that?
There's a little... That's a house sparrow. I thought it was.
Is that what it is?
Or is it a tree sparrow?
I couldn't tell. It just a bit far away little brown bird. But
it's definitely a sparrow. I can't quite see it. It's got a grey cap. It is the house sparrow, isn't it?
All right. Yeah. Are we heading through this little?
There's another one.
We're going through that.
We're going to go through there. Well, there is a house just up there. That's probably where it is.
Old Vicar house.
Aye. Oh, there's quite a few of them in the trees there, man, in the hedge. Right, we're going to go down through. I'll leave the camera on just for when we're going through, just in case it's out on the...
This house we have for filming something, didn't it?
It was a Tracy Beaker type thing, wasn't it? The dumping ground.
Aye.
Aye, that's what they used the school behind it as well. Oh, the pond looks overgrown. I mean, yeah, like full of... I can see a bird in the middle there. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, like all that.
Oh, there's something on it.
Ah, there's a...
in the middle.
It might even be a grebe. That's normally how the nest in the middle like that, you know. But I can see a little bird next to it now.
I've never seen it like that, all covered in... I can't even make what it is from here.
And I didn't even want to... I can see a couple of little birds there. Oh, there's a few of them, aye.
I'll tell you what, shall we stand and see if you can stand back and zoom in on them just...
Aye, I'll get the other camera. Right, I'm using the other camera now so we can zoom in on this pond and... Have them got young or was there?
I'm not sure.
Or are there small birds on the pond?
That's what I was looking at. Will you get a steady picture on that holding like that?
Roughly, that's a weird, that little thing. It's like it's running over the top of the stuff, isn't it?
Aye, it's... I think the white hens are one at the back.
Aye, there's a bigger one at the back, isn't there? Aye, but the other one could be the little grebe because they're a small bird, aren't they?
I'll tell you what we're doing.
I will go and do and have a good look. So I can see at least 3 different birds on that pond.
There'll definitely be something there.
Aye. Right, I've just put the camera back on there because we're just walking through these reeds. We'll come down to the pond.
Within...
Oh, there's the mallard flying away.
Within 30 seconds it flew.
Aye.
And we found it.
Found it straight away.
Because you look for these as kids and you barely ever found any, did you?
Oh, no.
I found my first one was 4 years ago. And we found this pretty easy actually. Wait, we found this one. Let's see what's
Nest's on a bit of a slant there, like, I mean, it must be where the weeds have been grown or something.
Right there.
Oh, what they've done, that's a good little thing, that one. It's like something's been in here.
Just, you know.
I think that's why it's on a bit of a slant. Something's been in. You can see how this reeds is all pushed down. We're gonna walk around the pond and check the edges for the coots and the water hens at the same time. Oh, we're on for like a long time.
In for a minute, didn't we?
Alright, we're hiding up there in the brambles, watching the birds coming back landing on this. It's right next to this little tree here.
Aye, straight opposite. We'll come and check it to see if we can get up with you.
Aye, oh, there's a wood pigeon.
But I'm all the moon, aren't they?
Is that the linnets? They are the linnets up there, aren't they? I can hear all the linnets up there.
Sure.
We'll get out of here and walk around. Have a walk around. I'll let this get back to its nest. Right. Good find straight away. Well, we've come around the other end of the pond. I'm actually standing on tops of the reeds. The water hen, or the moor hen was around here. The moor hen. There's a nest there. We might still be that a little bit too early for them.
Wait,
like.
We'll come back next week and check the reed button, see if it's got and then we can have another look in on that. So
Aye.
we come back in it.
But the bird, when I came in here, the bird did jump out of here. You can see the run on the reeds there where it goes in and out. Flattens the reeds as it goes in. Oh.
But there was a couple of birds, I don't know if they were both water hens, there might have been a jump on there.
And all those they were small, weren't they? And water hens are quite plumpy thing. You can't mistake them from a distance.
So we're going up the bank side, if it's down side, they come out. There's loads of limbs up there. Like,
There's one just flew. That's a bullfinch just flew out there. It's just landed in that gorse up there. Right, we're going to have a look around. We'll get out of here and see if we can see the birds come back out.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've come to the top of the bank, looking down onto the pond. Just seeing if I can get this water hen into view, or the moor hen. Just we cannot see a thing on the viewfinder, or the reflection. But we were hoping on seeing the other. There was at least 3 birds on the pond when we came over the other end.
I'll just see the should come out of it, sit long enough. Yeah, Well, one of them was a mallard, what was on?
Oh, I was seeing the mallard, that flew away, didn't it?
Did we the little grebes on here? Did we find the little grebes on here, was it
We've got the coot was up there, up to the left. The water hen was down to the right. We actually seen the grebes on here a few years ago, but we could never find the nest. It was just too well hidden. I didn't think we looked very hard for it like at the time. We thought, we'll find an easier one. We're too busy with other things. It's when we didn't want to be here too long, did we? Because we'd found the reed buntings down in the reeds, and we'd found the water hens, and the coot was there.
We don't want to attend something coming out. I think it might just be the water hen, like. It's coming out,
Oh, it's over the far side. Aye.
Oh, it is, It's the water hen now. You can get a pretty good close-up on that. Would it help if I stood behind it, kind of?
I don't know, I just cannot see no on the. It's the viewfinder I cannot see no on.
Like again.
Aye. Oh, aye. Does it look blurry to you, or is it just a reflection? I don't know.
I think it's just in the sun and that isn't on
Aye.
the screen.
But that one over there, it's gone back into where the thick reeds are. That brightly coloured grass. If it climbs up into it, then well, now it's got a nest in there. But one did come out where I was, where that nest was. Like, has that disappeared into there, or has it went past it? Oh no, it's still there. Aye. That the first one we're looking at seems to be going back to that same, going back towards that one. We could have scared them out.
Could have, like, but
when we were checking the
Was it
reed
that
button.
nest? Was it definitely? Wasn't it?
Oh, that was of this year's.
Was it?
Because it like all the reeds that come down off the stump into the water.
It's went to the back of them reeds now. No, run the back.
Right, so it's a way around them.
I like it.
That, is it run that bright green stuff or?
It's went to run to the back.
Ah. See, I didn't really want to go and disturb that little reed buttons like do I?
It's quite a way for going from that end.
Aye.
Let's see how it's from here, because I mean, it's quite away from it, like, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Wait, what's next? See that tree? What's growing? It was next to there, wasn't it?
Aye, that's where the reed button was.
So
Aye.
we're looking
Aye.
from that end.
In fact, it was even more to the left, to the right, no, to the left, because that was the tree. Then there was a little skinny branch even further to the left.
I'm just curious to see about.
Oh, there it's in front of that reeds again. Both of them. Is there a pair of them there, or is it
It's just come back. That one new. That's heading towards it. And that other one's just
Aye.
come out. So.
I'll just leave the camera on them for 5 and.
Aye, see where they're going, you know. They both went in them reeds there.
Ah, they went on the back of them, like in between them.
Aye, there's one.
I can see the one disappearing there into that big, into the big bunch of reeds.
Both went in there, like.
Oh, right. We'll see what happens. See if they come out. Because you know, like I did chase one out down here, but there's definitely more than one pair of birds on this pond. We've always seen quite a few, haven't we? We always see a lot on this pond. It's a good pond.
There it is. It's kind of at the front there.
Big pheasant.
So was that definitely the moor hens, or it couldn't have been out else, was it? I couldn't see it from where I was.
The nest, aye. Yeah, it's just come back out. It's went around and come back out that end.
You know what it is? I could probably sit here all day.
I know, it's nice just watching.
Right.
See what we could see.
I'm hoping something. I'm trying to look through these binoculars and I'm shaking all over. It's like making us going dizzy.
They're probably just that little bit too far out the way and all, you know.
What's that?
The birds, you know, like how they need to be a lot closer. Like from here to the reeds in front of her.
Once I get steady, I can see. I mean, these aren't the grids. They're only like 10.
It's the same with the ones I've got.
Like
They're
10,
only
25 times 25.
It's the same with mine. That like they're good enough for looking up a tree. You know, like.
It's now once I'm sitting and I get steady.
Aye.
I can make it do pretty good, you know.
Aye.
Like knew that I'm resting on my knees when I was like trying to stand up and kind of shake my head. It must be the moorhen chicks it is.
Aye, they've got little chicks.
Because they're a canny size actually, you can see a bit colour on the beak.
So that's what it's been.
Oh wait. So that nest would have been them, but they've fled.
But they've hatched, aye. There's a few chicks over there.
You got them quite close from that way.
Aye. Just making sure I'm in the right place. Yep.
To be fair, we sort of come to see that now, didn't we?
We did.
So
There's a few little chicks there.
They must nest quite early then.
They must nest quite early then, aye. I thought it was like, you know,
I couldn't remember because
bang on time if anything.
when we were kids we used to find loads on the Derwent.
We've came here in June and July though and found them with eggs. I do keep seeing the odd double and treble brooded though, aren't they?
On the river though we used to find it.
You'd find them all year round.
You could find
Aye, round every corner.
But then they kind of died off when the
Mink. As soon as that mink got on that river, that was the end of them.
But there was a lot of them on the river.
No, they're just pond birds.
I couldn't really remember what time of year it was.
It was always the summer because we'd be doing the swimming and that, wouldn't we?
Like kind of 40 years.
It was always definitely midsummer. But you would find them all through the year. Like all through the summer, I should say.
Through the binoculars, like the chicks that just
Yeah.
they're getting the colour on the beak, or the when they hatch, they've got the colour on the beak, or is that what they want?
I don't know. I think they're a little bit more camouflaged, aren't they? You know, they're quite plain.
Aye, where they, like you say, they're just black, but you can see the colour on the beak just like.
They're definitely their chicks, like, because you know, they're all
Aye,
together.
they're definitely are.
I was sort of hoping there might have been a couple of little grebes on the water, but
So that's probably what we've seen when we've seen them all on there.
they were all together in the middle of the pond, and that must have been the nest what's hiding out in it. They've like hatched and fledged out. Aye. We're probably like a week too late, judging how big they are.
Aye, well, look the way they're carrying size actually.
See, we have had a really early good spring, haven't we? That's what it is.
Can you remember when we were kids, when we come across the moorhen's nest? When
Oh.
there only been 10.
Was that the one just come from the
chicks,
waterfowl?
like, they jumped with the nest straight in the
Aye.
water, and we thought they were going to drone or
Oh.
something. Didn't realise at the time that they just jumped straight in.
Aye. They'd probably been in the water all day and then come back to the nest on the night time. And we sort of disturbed them later on.
Only like 10 years or something.
Aye. Panicking about them.
Was just doing from the points actually, wasn't it?
It was on the other side of the water, wasn't it? Bit of a tree that sort of
Like
right on the edge of the water. Aye. It's just up from there where we found that money bag and all, wasn't it?
Aye, we thought it was a bag of money. We were trying to get it was full of like dead puppies,
Little
wasn't
puppies, aye. The cruel
it? Somebody
twats.
used to hide them in.
It was a proper bank bag, like one of them cloth bags with the money signs on it.
Yeah, they look wild. Wait, they look like little Dalmatians or something.
Aye.
Like a dog.
It's still got to be kind of bad to hide them in a bag and hide them in the water. That was terrible, that.
People were cruel then, though, weren't they? People
Oh, when
often,
they used to put kittens in buckets, dip them in buckets, aye.
people often done
Drundered pups and cats, aye. Is that a green woodpecker over the tops of the trees there?
are flying up there.
Aye. Next that big walk.
It just kind of flew into there.
I'm sure it's landed in it, aye. I had the camera zoomed in. It was definitely a woodpecker flight. And I'm sure it was big enough to be the green woodpecker that's landed in that big walk thing.
We'll have a bit walk around. If you want, we'll walk over there. Maybe
It's not a pigeon. But oh, there's a... No, it's a hedge sparrow. I'm looking at all these little birds and I'm thinking, there's another one. There's another wood pigeon.
we'll walk over to that up.
Oh, what's that? Hedge sparrow.
Was it hedge
Oh,
sparrow?
there's another one.
Two
was
hedge
it?
sparrows.
Were they hedge sparrows or were they linnets?
I'm not sure. There was just the.
They're just little broom things as they fly past,
through the
don't they?
binoculars and I just
See,
caught a
that was
glimpse
the
when-
third one, and you wouldn't see 3 hedge sparrows together, would
No.
you? But you would see groups of linnets.
We'll have a little look, shall we? Shall we have a bit walk around it? We've got good
Aye.
footage here somewhere, so.
It is. That's a green woodpecker.
Right, aye. It's laughing at me.
It's laughing at me, that
We'll
twat.
have to walk over there, you know.
I knew it was the woodpecker, like. You could
get
tell the way
myself walking around.
it was sort of up and down as it was flying. I'll zoom back out just so people can see it's in the top of that big tree.
I haven't got a lot of time. I think I've only got a good hour or something.
Aye.
I've not got a gun, but
Oh, we've seen a bit, heard a bit. It's nice to get them on
get
camera.
over there.
Aye. Right. We've come away from the pond.
Into the graveyard.
The most popular place in Highfield. Everyone's dying to get here.
It's a bit bad, I think.
Oh no, it's one of
Be like-
it's one of them old ones.
I would have was good. Wait, as soon as we got near the buttons, couldn't probably be happier than that.
Aye. Reed buttons, 3 eggs, and there was that the water hen's nest, the moorhen.
We've seen it now.
It had all the chicks on the water, aye. Because we've had a nice early spring, so you know. But they are double and treble brooded, so give it a couple of weeks and it'll have some more eggs.
Well, we'll go back
Different
another,
nest.
I just want to check on them buttons to see.
Aye.
See if they've got that young, you know. None of that.
Because there's generally a coot's nest on that pond and all, and we haven't seen that.
We didn't see that.
That wasn't there the day.
Anyway.
Aye, so we'll call that an end anyways then. So, thanks for watching.